I'm riding in a convertible with Eric in Southern California. Life is good. Yeehaw. A pair of modeling nerds going from Monsters and Motions to Pegasus Hobbies. Life is even better. Well, hello, Blue Troopers. Max of Max's Models here, coming at you from the Great Maya Hotel in Long Beach, California. So today, as you may have gathered from our little intro, Eric from Celebrating Vintage Model Kits and I got together and we took his convertible and went racing around SoCal going to hobby shops. And the first place we went was Monsters in Motion. And they're not really a traditional storefront anymore. They do a lot of shipping and that sort of stuff. But and you can go and order models from them and pick them up there, but they don't actually have a traditional shop like they used to. Times change, and we must change with them. But the three gentlemen there, the owner, Terry Fitton, and his two associates, Terrence and Tom, or as they call themselves, the three T's, were more than gracious, gave us a tour of the place, showed us all kinds of stuff, told us all kinds of great stuff. And that will be in videos that I'm going to put together once I get back to Florida and proper editing and everything. A lot of great stuff. Well, Eric and I were planning to go to the planetarium at Griffith Park. I've never been there before. But before we left, the owner, Terry, suggested, have you been to Pegasus Hobbies? Well, no, we haven't. And basically, he said, you've really got to check the place out. Go ask for Eric. So we're like, that sounds interesting. And he told us, it's a really grand place, big, they've huge, and piqued our interest. So we said, what the heck, Griffith Park will be there another time. So we zipped off to Pegasus Hobbies, and oh wow, Terry over at Monsters in Motion wasn't kidding. This place is enormous. That will be the series of more than one video. Not only did the owners of this massive operation, the way it was equated was, you've probably heard of the famous Polk's Hobbies, which was on like 5 different floors in New York back in the day, probably the grandest hobby shop in America. Basically, this is the modern day equivalent of that. It's just all out on one floor. And there's a lot of stuff I can't get into right now that we're going to be covering in probably a couple of videos. But also, the owners gave me about a half hour of their time to be interviewed, and along with one of their right-hand men. That's the two owners. Most of the time we spent was with Larry, because he's kind of handles all of the plastic kit model stuff and other things, and one of his his right-hand man, Eric. These guys have an encyclopedic knowledge of models and of history. They're iconic people, and they could not have been more generous with their time. I am going to do, unless it was going to be an hour long, I'm going to have to do several videos, because the amount of stuff was there, and the secret thing we got to do, I'll tell you about in a later video, was just amazing. We wound up spending, probably 3 hours at Monsters in Motion, and we closed Pegasus Hobbies. They literally were turning out the lights when we left. I think we spent every bit of 5 hours there. And if you're from Southern California and a hobby person, you're probably familiar with both these places. You have got to go to Pegasus Hobbies. They've got everything. RCs, trains, kit models, vintage, new, mass of selection, and a lot of other stuff. I did not know that a hobby shop like that even existed in America. And when you see the videos, you'll have some idea. So, and then to finish it all off, we went to In-N-Out Burger for dinner, animal style. So that sounded a lot better in my head. But anyway, heck of a day. If something happened, I had to go back tonight, the trip was already worth it. And then, of course, tomorrow we've got Buena Park. And after that, I think there's another hobby shop we're going to be going to. And tomorrow I should be with Mike, Mashat, and Jim, and Tony, the rest of the gang. We'll see how the day pans out. I gave a couple of things to Eric, and he had a couple of gifts for me. One of them was, now these kits he's already profiled on his channel, so I'm not going to do an open the box or anything on him here because he just reads them. One of them were the promotional DC7s that were given out years ago, and he told me when, and I forgot. I want to say in the 50s. And the kits, once they given away, they were going to the ones that were left over. To give you an idea how long ago it was, they sold for 29 cents. And this is in just perfect condition. I've opened it one time, started to take the stuff out, and was afraid of breaking something. It's the Douglas DC7 kit. I'm going to have to find one, and go watch Eric's video because I've already forgotten all the information on this. Blonde. But I'm going to have to go find one that I can build so that I can take this out of the box and just make a display out of it, because this is a piece of aviation history, which is one of the reasons Eric covered on his channel. He also recently covered the UPC Babs. I believe this is 1:50 scale, and he knew I liked this airplane, so he gave that to me as a gift. While we were at Monsters in Motion, I almost got out clean, but I saw this, and I was like, be strong, Max. Be strong. This is the Aoshima Godzilla -1. And I almost got out of there without buying it. We're getting ready to leave, and Eric was like, I thought you wanted to buy the Godzilla -1. What's the matter, Max? You're not going to buy the Godzilla kit? No. So, don't worry. I got him back at Pegasus Hobbies. Oh, Eric, look what we have here that I know you're just dying to have. So, out of curiosity, though, I will take a quick look at this. We will take a quick look at this. And that's interesting. The back spine plates are clear. And here's the moldings. This all looks very crisp and clean. Aoshima did a beautiful job. Let's see, we have an old bag of parts here. Okay, and I can't really see much. Not a hint of flash anywhere. Very crisp, very small injection gates. And here are back plates that are not clear. So I'm guessing that these are the regular back plates, and that the clear ones are the ones that pop out when he goes, nuclear on them. And then we have, let's see, the instruction sheet, booklet, and this is going to look so good when I'm done. It's going to go great up on my Godzilla shelf. I have very high expectations of this kit. All right, well, tomorrow's Buena Park. I thought about maybe trying to do a little live streaming from there. I don't know how that will work, but I'm very excited to go see what they have there. And I have a few kits I brought with me to see if I could sell, just to kind of defray the cost from the trip. But this has just been a great trip so far. So guys, you take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you later. And as always, model on. Anyone want to buy a boat?